Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Awesome. There we go. Live with me. Hello. I'm Michelle House from Rich Living. Welcome to High Vibes at 5:55. Thank you for joining me this morning. Awesome. Thank you for joining me this morning. And today is day 5 of the daily practices. So if you've been listening this week or watching this week, every day I've been sharing with you some daily practices to bring you back to your soul, to bring you back to being guided by your intuition, and also things that are very helpful for when you're feeling stressed or worried or anxious or, you know, out of sorts. Things aren't going the way you thought they were going to go, all of that kind of stuff. So every day this week, if you want to go back through the Facebook feed, you'll be able to find those videos. There's a videos tab over on the left-hand side. Those of you that are in the Rich Living Academy, we're going to upload those videos so you've got really quick, easy access to all of them. Those of you that have backed or pre-ordered, those of you that have pre-ordered the Rich Living Planner, I'm actually going to include those daily practices inside the planner so that you'll be able to, you know, those days when you're looking at what you've got on and you're going, hang on a second, what's happening? I feel out of sorts. You'll be able to go to a section within the planner and be able to see all of those grounding practices and pick one that might be able to help you. They're also, I'm also putting them in the planner so that you can be reminded when you're sitting down. I've got the planner here today. When you're sitting down, you're planning out your week. And up here, those of you that had this last year, we had 3 little boxes. Now we're going to have just 3 circles that say mind, body and soul. So all of these practices are going to help you put yourself first for the day and get into that zone and get into that space of how can my soul serve this. And again, if you missed the video last night, the conversation that I had with the beautiful Karen Gunton, all those videos are going to be easily accessible to everybody that's in the academy. Everybody else, just go to that videos tab on the left-hand side of this Facebook page and you'll be able to see those videos. We were talking about that and talking about how, you know, you have to feed your soul. You have to feed your soul to come from the place of service, to come from this place of how can I serve you today. So really important to be picking at least one of these daily practices and starting to implement that into your life. I have got a cough. Thanks, Janice. Janet, all the way from the UK, sent me her cough. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? The video with Karen was amazing. Janet is saying, yeah, it was. It was super. It was really, really good. Alrighty, so let's come back to today and the 5th daily practice that I want to share with you. So Monday we've talked about consciousness streaming, we've talked about gratitude, we've talked about mindfulness, we've talked about breath. And all of those things will help they ignite your soul. The little flicker starts to shine. And remember that being from soul and coming from soul is not about being selfish and not doing anything for anybody else. It's actually the opposite. How can I serve you today? Yeah, I think some women, especially mums, go, oh, I can't put myself to the top of the list. This is me. Can't put myself to the top of the list. I've got all my children to look after. But, all my children, I have 3, not 13. When we put ourselves first, we're actually of better service to our children as a mother. And we're of better service to everybody around us that crosses our path. Pineapple, yes, Georgina, thank you for that reminder. All right, so let's talk about today's daily practice. Today's daily practice is all about body. So here's the thing. We want all these things in our lives. We want money so we can have holidays. We want a lovely relationship with people in our lives so that we feel fulfilled. We want all this stuff. But if we don't have the body for our soul to sit in, then we're not here, right? So it's really important for us to take care of our vessel and to be really conscious about this vessel that we've been gifted and taking care of it and feeding it healthy, beautiful food, feeding it fresh, clean, yummy water, nourishing our body, moving our body. You know, when we're in pain, look at that pain. What's that pain about? Where's that from? Again, excuse me, you would have seen an interview that I did with Ina Segal and the emotional relationships with pain in our body. So go back and look at that video as well. There's been lots of information these last few months, hasn't there? It's awesome. So daily practice. And when I say take care of your body, I don't mean go for a 5K run. That's not what I'm talking about. That's fitness. That's health, and yes, it's health, but you know, that's a fitness goal. What I'm talking about here is care, nurturing, and nourishing the vessel that you've been given. Because we can't do all of this work without this vessel. We need to look after our bodies. And drinking water is obviously the best way to do that. If we don't do anything else, just drink loads and loads of water. Stephanie McGuffick on here at the moment. I'll see if I can share it on the page. She shared this really great little infographic about water. I can't remember it, but it was like, you know, you kind of drink all of the water that you need to drink early in the day, and then water with every meal, and then you've drunk enough water throughout that your body needs. So I'll see if I can find that infographic and I'll share it with you. One of the things that I've been doing these last couple of months is actually, and I do it from time to time. Again, I say with this stuff, this isn't something that I do every single day. You know, I'm not doing every single one of these things every day. I'll pick one and I'll run with that for a while. Or I'll have 3 that I'm always running with. There's 2 things that I do every single day, and that is the meditation and, what's the other one? Oh, the body stuff and the stretching. Meditation, I just can't function without meditation. That is definitely one of the things that I do every day. Anyway, back to the water. With water, having the lemon juice in your water as your first drink feels so different when I've done that. When I've had water, and Elizabeth Peru was sharing the other day that she adds fresh turmeric to hers. I started adding fresh turmeric to mine, and it tastes better. And it looks prettier. I've got these lovely glasses, you know, coffee glasses that I put them in. And I have 2 of those in the morning before I have anything else. And it's almost like I've given myself some petrol. I just feel a little bit more energized. I don't feel as lethargic throughout the day. So if that's a way that you could do water. And there you go, there's your 2 glasses of water. And then having the water with every meal. And consciously, this is where you can bring all of these things in, right? So you can bring in a mindfulness practice there by feeling the water go through your body. Water is actually one of the easiest things to feel go through your body. You can feel it on your tongue, you can feel it in your throat, you can feel it kind of, especially if it's cold, you can feel it go through your whole body. It's a great way to be mindful. So water and movement. Obviously, the healthy foods. We all know what's good for us and what's not good for us, right? If I go to and eat hot, greasy chips, I actually don't feel good after I've eaten them. I feel great when I can smell them and I want them and my tongue's salivating and it really wants the hot, greasy chips. And then afterwards I'm like, yeah, no, water does not taste like petrol, Emma. And the lemon turmeric, no, it doesn't. We know what's healthy for us, right? I know that if I eat healthy food and I eat beautiful greens and you know, I'm not a big meat eater, but I know what's good for me. So let's really start to connect into how can we magnify our existence here on earth and to come from soul and to be of service. Looking after your body. So what you're putting in and being mindful of what you're putting in, grabbing the biscuits, grabbing the whatevers and going, you know what, I'm okay with having 1 chocolate biscuit, not 10. Whatever it is for you. The other thing I want to say about body is movement. And I don't mean movement like again, go and do a weights training session. You know, I love doing that stuff but I'm not doing that from the place of looking, that sounds really weird. I am doing that from the place of looking for my body, but I've got a different intention around that. Stretching your body and feeling your body. You know, like even if you just now grab your hands together like this, take some of your big breaths, see how these can all intertwine with each other so you're not having to do every single thing. This is another way, this is something else of the daily practice. Gratitude. I'm so grateful that I have arms and I can do a big stretch and I can arch my back. Oh my goodness, how lucky am I that I have a body? How lucky am I that I'm not in a wheelchair and limited with my movement? And I can stretch and I can feel my beautiful fingers that I'm going to be using today. So grateful for my fingers that, and then, do some stretching. Oh, so grateful that, these beautiful fingers are going to type today. And they're going to create a beautiful article about women in writing. That's one of my intentions today. I feel that shoulder. It's so good that I've got nice shoulders, I'm a bit clicky there on my shoulder. What's that about? All right, so these things are all helping us tune into who we are so that we can fill our world and our life and our souls with all of the good stuff. All of the good stuff. So let me go through the 5 practices again. For those of you that have just joined in on the last day, you can click over on the videos tab and you'll see daily practices. We've been doing them every day this week. If you're in the Rich Living Academy, I've seen a couple of my members jump in here. We're going to put that as an easy access file for you, so you can just click on it and all the videos will be there. And the other thing I just mentioned was that if you are pre-ordering your planner, up here in this space up the top here, can you see up here? This is where you put those daily practices. So this is the things that you're focusing on for the start of your day. I know we've got children, I know we've got businesses, I know we've got clients to keep happy, I know. But what are you doing here for you? To have you show up today as the best possible version of you. Robin, I think you're on. Would you mind sharing the link for the pre-orders for the planners? I meant to do that earlier and I forgot about that. Okay, so just to recap, excuse me. Consciousness streaming. Thank you. Consciousness streaming is the day 1. Consciousness, I'm not going to go into them. Go back and look at the videos. Gratitude, mindfulness, breath. That was yesterday. Now remember, breath covered conscious breathing. It also covered meditation. And today, body. So 5 daily practices. Pick one, pick all, intertwine them all together like we just did then. And that will help you get your day off to a great start. These daily practices, I've been doing them for some time now. I know I've got some of my money school students on here. We're very money school, and I was watching my testimonials about money school yesterday, and two of you have said in there, the 2 that I've done, you both said, and she says it all the time, Michelle says it all the time, it's not about the money. And money schools is about the money from the, you've got to do all the practical stuff. But we spend a lot of time in this daily practice place because you can't move forward and you can't expand and you can't grow and you can't live a fully, deeply rich life if you're not looking after yourself, if you aren't putting yourself first, if you aren't connecting with your soul deeply every day. Free saying, just watching you gets my day started on a happy vibe. See, daily practice. There we go. This could be your daily practice. A 5:55. Grateful for the internet that you can sit down and you can, I'm talking to you on a device here that's not plugged into anything, and I'm able to deliver this information to you. Awesome. So if you're on my email list, I'll send out a summary on my email list as well. If you're not on my email list, email me, michelle@michellehouse.com.au. That's the easiest way so that we can get through any spam, block wall, whitelist thingy-majiggies. Melinda's just saying it's never about the actual money. It's all about the practices, and the money just comes in line with your values. Beautiful, Melinda. Melinda is one of my money school graduates. Yeah. And she gets it. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Well, you have a beautiful weekend. We have 3 days to go, or 4 days to go. We've got all day today, Saturday, Sunday, and all day Monday for pre-orders. And if you are planning on doing money school, that's the best way to get in right now, because money school is $999 via that pre-order system. So you get the planner and you get money school for $999. Tuesday we're going up to $1,222. So if you're sitting on the fence, if you've been sitting on the fence all this time going, I think I want to, I'm telling you, Monday is the last day to be able to jump in at $9.99. And of course, if you want to pre-order your planner, that is the last opportunity to be doing that as well. So FOMO. There was a bit of that going on yesterday, which is cool. Emma's saying, oh, that's a super duper deal. Do it, people. Emma, again, another money student. Deb, the money student. Oh, awesome. Oh, nice to see you guys. Your comments are coming up really slow this morning. Yes, awesome. Great. Love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you on Monday with the update. See how we go. See you guys.